Alright guys, here we are, Lexus LC500 convertible. Finally getting a chance to drive one of these things. It's all about the exhaust. And oh boy, does it sound good with the top down. We've spent a lot of time in LC500s, so you know my thoughts by now. I love these things. They are fantastic automobiles. Great cruisers, pretty good sports cars. This is really well spec'd. It has the viscous limited slip differential. Of course, only the 5-liter V8 is available in the convertibles. 471 horsepower made it to a 10-speed automatic. Active exhaust, active suspension. Even with the convertible, you get a decent amount of trunk space back here. And in true Lexus fashion, with the windows up and the windscreen folded up in the back, there is zero wind buffeting on the interior. It's amazing. Kind of like the SC430 used to be. Let's take this thing on the road. It's beautiful to look at, but it's even better to drive. This is a pretty wild spec. This interior is really something. The convertible is a little bit more expensive than the coupe at $101,000. When I first got into this, I could not for the life of me find where the convertible switch was. And it's kind of a tricky location. Just looking around here, I wonder where you can guess. It's in the most obvious spot, but incredibly well hidden. It's right there. You can roll all the windows up at once, and I think that's just how we're going to drive tonight. While we're here, let's turn off traction control. Have a little bit of fun on this thing. At a full stop, you hold it until you see VSC off, and you're ready to go. What a sound. What an exhaust. I think the downshifts are my favorite. It's just a symphony. Torque converter automatic, so you get some lazy shifts below 4,000 RPM or so. But when you're really revving it out, this thing is just great. A really nice level of torque. It's not so fast that you can't enjoy it on the street, but it still gives you a satisfying push. Do a little 0 to 60. No launch control or anything like that. I love how the gauges turn orange when you get close to red line. And that has got to be one of the most intoxicating rev limiters on sale today. Just amazing. Oh, man. It'll hold gears in drive mode, too. It's almost like they want you to bounce off the rev limiter. This 10-speed's fantastic. Lets you have a little bit of fun. Lets you have control. makes the coolest noises. A few different drive modes. We have Comfort, Eco, Normal, Custom, and then Sport and Sport Plus, and everything's controlled from up here. Traction control can be turned on and off on this side. Really, the only knock against this car is, well, it's not the F Sport. There's no F LC500F, and there may not be. Chances are there won't be. But as it sits, it's a really, really amazing car that kind of splits the difference between the F performance cars and just a wonderful cruiser. You can slide this thing around. It's fun on track. The infotainment is a total mess, but you know what? You get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and that's all you need. And with the touchpad, you get used to it. So, not a deal breaker. Don't worry about the touchpad. It's not a deal breaker. If you want one of these cars, get it, set up all your stuff, and use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and just enjoy the drive. Well, that gives you an idea of what it sounds like with the roof down. Let's put everything up here. We can do this up to 30 miles an hour. And it takes about 16 seconds or so to go up. And we're good. This car has one of the best Mark Levinson sound systems I've used in any Lexus. It is absolutely phenomenal. With the roof up, and not a lot of creaks, not a lot of sound. It controls wind noise really well. It's a pretty thick, well padded top. And overall, as far as structural rigidity, stiffness, I don't really notice that much of a difference between this and the coupe. Sure, there's a little bit, but for the most part, this is a pretty solid car. Wind noise is kept to a minimum as well. It's just a great driving experience. Really no complaints with this as a convertible, though really you're going to want to just have this with the top off all the time. That's the way to drive this car. Yeah, this touchpad isn't horrible. It's still pretty usable. Mechanical grip is great. The suspension in this LC500 is definitely on the soft side. But as a result, the ride quality is great, and it suits the personality of the car very well. It's not overly stiff, there's not too much body roll, there's enough grip to feel sporty and to feel engaged. It's no C8 Corvette, but you get one of these if you just want a very nice cruiser, and one of the last vehicles on sale with a naturally aspirated V8. While we're just cruising here on the highway, let's go in and do a quick sound test. As you can hear, it's super quiet at speed. Cruise control is super easy to operate. The button cluster over here is great. You can choose lane keep assist, your following distance, everything you can do without taking your eyes off the road. The sound system even adjusts according to if the top is up or down.
That's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Hey, coming down like precipitation.
I love that you can do this while moving. It's awesome. It's like origami. There you go, and it gives you the beep to let you know that it's ready. Anyway, that gives you guys a pretty good idea. What you really want to hear is this exhaust. Amazing. Highway speeds, I can barely feel a breeze in here. I feel more air from the climate control when it's off than I do from buffeting and the outside wind. It's pretty amazing. Even the top of my hair remains completely untouched. As soon as I roll the windows down though, oh yeah, forget about it. It's all gone. And if I lower this windscreen, same deal. You get a bunch of buffeting from the rear. But besides the sun beaming down on you, you could drive this thing indefinitely with the top down. It is just that comfortable. And it almost goes without saying, but the quality of this interior, oh, it's up there. It's towards the top. The leather, the fit, the finish, just the build and the way everything is bolted together, it's amazing. This is a car that you know will drive the same with 100,000 miles on it as it does right now. That's probably why this will be the best used buy in 5 to 10 years. But I think whatever you can afford, this convertible is the one to buy. This is on Pilot Super Sports. Great amount of grip. performance is definitely here. We drive these a lot at M1 Concours in Pontiac. I'm an instructor there, and this is one of the best cars to give thrill rides in because it's just so, it sounds so fun. And it's just a special feeling and cool looking sports car. Those downshifts. Alright guys, and that's what it's all about. It's about the sound, it's about the feel, it's about the open top experience. The LC500 convertible is as good as you think it is, and retains all of the greatness from the coupe, but just adds that extra driving enjoyment factor from being able to go topless. What a car. Love it. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or want to see anything else on this car this week. We will see you in the next video. Be sure to stay tuned for Winding Road Magazine's videos on this. We'll do a day drive, a night drive, and Charlie from Bailey Motor will also be doing some videos on this LC500 convertible. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Oh, and you know what? While we're here, let's just show you what it looks like with the top up. It's not that pretty, but it works. Definitely not as good looking as the coupe, but with the roof down, I mean, that's how you should drive this. Love it. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you later.